You thought you had enough books on your TBR, but you know, July said, that's cute. Books that you need to be on the lookout for, publishing in July, all historical-ish fiction. I have my handy dandy notes because this is a lot, y'all, and I don't want to miss any details. Some of these books sound so good, and I am eagerly awaiting access to a few. I've even pre-ordered one. Before I get started, just know that I do this every month, so if this is of interest to you, be sure and subscribe and stay tuned for updates. All of the books mentioned are going to be linked below in the description, and if you want even more information, head over to the link in my bio. That is where you can dive deep into the world of She's Becoming Bookish. I have a website. I'm also over on TikTok, Instagram, all those fun places. But here today, we're talking about new books coming out that I am guessing you're probably going to want to know about at least a few of these. So get those Libby holds ready, get those library holds ready, get those pre-orders in, get ready for some of these because they sound so great. First up is a bookseller in Madrid. This is publishing on July 1st. It's written by Mario Escobar and it is being published by HarperCollins Focus. This is all about a German woman who realizes what's happening in Germany, decides to leave, flees to Spain, opens a bookstore only to be caught in the crosshairs of the Spanish Civil War. It's about books, found families, the power of resistance. Sounds like this is going to be one of those powerful reads. I've not read any of Escobar's work, but I have seen good reviews for some of it. So next up is the original by Nell Stevens. This publishes on July 1st from WWII Norton, and it's set in 1899 England in the English countryside. It's kind of got a spooky, gothic-y vibe, and it follows an aspiring art forger with a thing for deception, painting, and girls. There's also a cousin who might be an imposter who comes back from the dead. It's twisty, it's queer, and it's full of questions about family and identity. Up next, also publishing on July 1st, is The Night Sparrow by Shelley Sanders, who I have read her previous book, Daughters of the Occupation, and loved that. This is being published by Harper Perennial. It's about a Jewish university student who escapes the Minsk ghetto, trains as a Red Army sniper, and sets her sights on Hitler. I mean, what could go wrong? It's inspired by real female soldiers. I don't know about you, but I love fierce female main characters based on real women in history. And this would be a great addition to your TBR if you're reading along with the historical fiction summer reading challenge. That's a mouthful. Up next, also publishing on July 1st, is Typewriter Beach. This is by Meg White Clayton, and it's being published by Harper. Old Hollywood meets Big Sur in a dual timeline novel about a blacklisted screenwriter, so classic Hollywood, ooh, love it, a Hitchcock starlet, and secrets passed down through generations. It's literary, it's atmospheric, and it's full of hidden truths. Also publishing on July 1st is Mrs. Spy by M.J. Robotham. Hope I said that correctly. This is being published by Bloomsbury. The publication date was kind of a little iffy, but it looks like, at least here in the US, this is not available until July 1st. Set in 1960s London, Maggie Flynn is a spy and a single mom. When a Russian agent knows things he shouldn't, she realizes that her late husband's past may be darker than she originally thought. Espionage, secrets, and one badass leading lady. This is like a theme, you guys. I'm loving it. Publishing on July 8th from Storm Publishing is Beneath the Sicilian Stars by Lindsay Marie Morris. This is a World War II era novel that takes place between California internment camps and bombed out villages in Sicily. There are two cousins, one broken family, and a secret pact that changes everything. This next book has my name written all over it. It's about two of my favorite things to read about, World War II and witches. A Resistance of Witches by Morgan Ryan comes out on July 15th from Viking Penguin. World War II, but make it witchy? Oh, this is like, I cannot wait to read this book. A British witch, a deadly Nazi grimoire, and a found family made up of a resistance fighter and a Haitian American art historian. This is historical fantasy, kind of having a moment. And you know what? I'm here for it. This next book I have pre-ordered because I have to have a copy. Love this author, and I am thrilled to death about this book. It may not be historical fiction. It sounds like it has like a historical timeline, at least flashbacks to a historical period. So I'm including it, but you know, take this with a grain of salt. The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno-Garcia is coming out on July 15th from WWII Books. 3 women, 3 generations, one terrifying legacy of witchcraft from 1900s Mexico to 1990s Massachusetts. This one sounds eerie, layered, and you know what? Peak Silvia Moreno-Garcia, who I adore. Up next is the one and only Vivian Stone by Melissa O'Connor. This publishes on July 22nd from Gallery Books. Again, we've got some classic Hollywood vibes going on here. We've got old tapes, Hollywood secrets, and second chance romance. This is about a screenwriting dropout who reconnects with her past and her ex after discovering tapes from a forgotten comedy legend. This next one is a mouthful, so hang in there. The entirely true story of the fantastical I knew I was going to mess it up. The entirely true story of the fantastical mesmerist Nora Gray by Kathleen Kaufman. Whew. Whew. Publishes on July 29th by Kensington Books. This is a spiritualist saga spanning from 1900s Scotland to 1990s Boston. It's got mediums, seances, scandal. I mean, what more could you want? Up next is The Lies They Told by Ellen Marie Wiseman. This publishes on July 29th, also from Kensington. This is about an unwed mother who fights to protect her daughter in the face of the eugenics era, which was full of injustice and forced institutionalization here in the US. If you like emotionally charged historical fiction, this sounds like it's going to be for you. And if you want any recommendations about other historical fictions that depict the US eugenics movement, let me know in the comments because I can whip that up for you. Last but certainly not least is Under the Stars by Beatriz Williams, which publishes on July 29th from Ballantine Books. It would not be summer without a new Beatriz Williams book. We've got 3 women, 3 timelines, 1 New England island, a shipwreck in 1846, all the way to Hollywood. It's full of drama, family secrets, and, you know, classic Beatriz Williams. I can't wait for some of these books, and I'm eager to hear from you. Which of these sound like your type of book? Are you going to be reading any of these? Let me know.